We are going to start the Meet the Director session. I welcome all the dignitaries, film dignitaries present on the stage, and all the delegates and other film personalities present here. I invite, on behalf of the 29th International Film Festival of Kerala, Kerala State Chalichitra Academy, and Department of Culture, Government of Kerala, I invite you all, and I invite Sri Meera Sahib Sir to coordinate this session. Meera Sahib Sir was the first director of the first International Film Festival of Kerala, and he is the associate director of Mr. Adur Gopalakrishnan for all his films. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Balu. Today is the 6th day of IFFK 29th edition and Meet the Director program, day 5. I would like to welcome again the dignitaries on the dais and delegates present in the auditorium. As explained, there are representative of 7 films. There are 8 people. Daniel Serge, the producer of the film Animal Humano, Human Animal, is with us. The director of the film, Alexandro Puno, he could not come. It is a Spanish-Italian language film from Spain, Italy and Mexico, having 92 months duration. It is competing for a Chaguram Award. Then Dohotia, director, screenplay writer and editor of the film Bhavjan, is with us. It is being screened in the Indian Cinema Now section and having 90 minutes. It is an Indian film in Assamese language. Shobhana Padinyatetil, she is the screenplay writer and director of the film Girlfriends. She is present here. It is an Indian film in Malayalam language being screened in Malayalam Cinema Today section, having 104 minutes. Bharat Singh Parihar is the director of the film Sheepburn. Bahadiya Desan is with us, along with Ramendra Singh. Ramendra Singh is the screenplay writer of the film. This Hindi language film, having 134 minutes, is being screened in Indian Cinema Today session. Next is Paulina Burning, actor of the film Memories of a Burning Body, is with us. She is the film is directed by Antonio Sudace Furnis. Pronunciation may be different, little fussy, 3 names together. She has not come. This film from Costa Rica, Spain, and in Spanish language. It is also competing for the Chaguram Awards. Sahar Soto, the actor of the film Wait Until Spring. This film from Iran in Persian language is being screened in World Cinema section, having 102 minutes. 7. Jamila Bagda. She is actor of the film Elbow, is here. Unfortunately, the director Asli Osarslan couldn't come. Elbow is a German Turkiya France film in German Turkish language having 86 minutes. It is also competing for Chakuram Award. So we have our guests ready to interact with us. We will begin with Daniel Sajji, producer of the film Animal Humano, Human Animal. Daniel. Before that, I would like to inform our guests that this is an interactive session. You can introduce about your film, the film scenario in your country, the hurdles you are facing in the filmmaking process, and whether it is a budget film or a macro budget film is associated with AI tools. Is artificial intelligence is used in any stage in your film, and whether the film is written and directed by you or a special screenplay writer is there in your film, because the multitasker concept is very popular in filmmaking. People are writing, directing, editing, sound recording, everything is done by the director himself. There are instances. We have covered about 100 and more guests in this stage, and most of them are newcomers, and some experienced persons are also there. Your statement would be beneficial for the people aspiring for filmmaking, the coming generation. They would like to hear your valuable experience. That will be a lesson to the new people gathering here. So Daniel will start. After this first round, we will go to Q&A session later, subsequently. Daniel, please.
Thank you very much. So first of all, I want to say that I'm very happy. It's an honor for me to be here and to be selected in this very prestigious film festival. It's my first time actually in Kerala, but also in India. So I'm very, very happy to be here in such important event. So I'm the producer of Human Animal. Alessandro Pugno, the director, actually last week he was in Mexico for another festival. So and he lives in Madrid. Actually, he has a quite complicated life. So it was not so easy for him to join the festival. So, but I'm very happy to be on behalf of Alessandro. Also because I think that the producer has a quite important role in the process of the film. And Human Animal is a film, is the first feature of Alessandro. He comes from the documentary, and that this is a first fiction. And a film that tells the story of a young boy, Matteo, that lives in a small village in Italy, in the region where I come from, Alessandro comes from. It's the Piedmont in the northwest of Italy. Turin actually is my city. And he lives surrounded by coffins and illness because his family is owner of a funeral home, and his mother actually is ill. And in the meantime, he has a dream. Since he's a kid, he wants to die like a hero in a ring. In the meantime, we follow a calf in Spain that is growing to become a bullfighter. Actually, these two lives of a human and animal that apparently are very, very far, actually they are very close because Matteo will move to Spain to do a torero school. and where he wants to reach his objective, so his goal. That means that he wants to die in front of an audience of an arena. At the same time, so we follow the two lives of of Matteo and of the bull called the Fandango, that has a sort of in the character a sort of a mirror approach, because they are two rebels actually, as we can see in the film, and we will meet them in the final scene of the film. That I won't tell you about it, because maybe you are curious to see, to watch it on the screening, on the film. Sorry, on the cinema. The screening, we have the last screen tomorrow at 9:15 in the morning in the new room at the cinema, new theater 1. And so the film for the first screening was very well welcomed, and I was very surprised by the passion of the audience here. So I really thank you for your participation. And if you want to know about more the film, I'm at your disposal. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. I am called upon Jai Singh Dohotia. He is the director of the film Bhajan, that is in Indian Cinema Now section, having 90 minutes duration. It is in Assamese language. Dohotia.
Thank you. At first, I would like to thank to IFFK and the audience and even the news agencies here. So, Bagjan is my actually it is my third film, and the Bagjan is started in 2000, when the COVID was started, and the Bagjan is it's a real story, and the whole shooting was done in real real incident, and in 2020 there was a huge industrial fall. Due to industrial fall, there a big blast was happened in a oil company well, and this blast occurred. A whole blaze caught fire. The whole blaze caught fire, and the fire was burning 6 months continuously, and the sound out of fire was like when we a flight moves just nearby, the sound we hear, the same sound was there for 6 months, and the whole blazers were dislocated to several camps. So it was a human made disaster. So my film was about that, and the place was called Bagjan. So my film is about that, and this film is shoot in 2 schedules, and we this film is a mixer of a fiction and non-fiction. So in Bagjan we have 3 characters. So and with the 3 characters we try to show the different aspect of their the villagers' life, and the normal humans crisis, and the whole incident of Bagjan, how they survive, and now what happening there, because till now after 4 years the people are still suffering from that incident. It was a very huge incident, but most of the Indian, I think, don't know about that incident, because what happened that time was the COVID time, so not so much media attention was there, and also maybe the company also try to, cover up, means cover down the whole news. So I think if you see that huge blunder of our industrial, fault, but I think the story is very interesting. It is very human kind of story, and the and because I'm from Assam, and how this disaster affect the whole environment. That also we try to show there, but main thing is the story. Uh, I think you will find something new from this from this movie. And one more thing, the actors are from the real who affected by the incident, who lost their houses, who lost their all lands. So all the actors are from there. Only one actor was professional, and others are all belong to the affected people. And I really salute to them, because uh, despite of losing their homes, lands, they were acting in this film, Bhagjan, in the hope that people will hear their voice, people can hear their pain. So, and that was my, as a director, my goal also. And and I'm really thankful to IFFK that they selected this film, and because this is not my voice, this is Bhagjan people's voice. And so I think you will also love the film, and the film screening is tomorrow at 3 p.m. at Karyani Cinema. So I would like to meet there, you all. And the budget, I think, asks, already I told that the film was shoot in two parts. The first part, only my assistant was there. So we shoot the whole documentary part. But next schedule, there was a big crew. So that's how we means the fiction part. Laterally we shoot the fiction part, and after that we merge both fiction and non-fiction part. And I would like to means glad to say that the film was also a part of Film Bazaar WIP lab in and the film was also a part to goes to Cannes Film Bazaar goes to Cannes section in Marsudu film. And here this is the world premiere of that film. I think that's fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite Shobhana Padinyatil. She is the director of the film, director as well as screenplay writer of the film Girlfriends, that is being shown in Malayalam Cinema Today section. Over to Shobhana.
Thank you, sir. For me, this film festival is like a dream came to real. When I was studying in college days, I was very active in student politics and film society movement. And each day, I lie to my mother or grandmother and leave my home village to the town city Thrissur, and I roam around with my friends in the colleges or their houses, and that was the kind of life I led at that time. And I came here in Trivandrum for study purpose, and here also I have like that way of my friends here. So many people are studying in the university college. And we came to the film festival often, every time, and I have friends in CDH, and actually I wanted to make movie at that time when I exposed to the classic movies, classic films like French New Wave and this German, not German, Italian, real neo-realist movies were very. I'm passionate to that, and I found a life in that movies, and I wanted to make movies, and my friends were in. I was watched to NVS. They were writing script, and they are going to Pune Film Institute. They were in CDH, and they were studying how to make movies, and I myself in library science student, and later I got a job because I have to take the job because I don't have a financial support from my home, and I don't know how to approach film people, and everyone consider me as a librarian in the section, and I know inside me I wanted to make movies and all. So I got job here. I am with Mira Sahiba. We were in the same organization for that time, and I worked in the library, and that's like yeah, my life is going to move this way. So, and meantime I joined some film and female workshop for making movies. And later, when KSFDC announced their project to promote women filmmakers, I applied. But I did. My proposal is rejected. And next time also I applied. This time also rejected, and this time also rejected. And consecutively, thrice my proposal is rejected. So I felt so humiliated and depressed. So I thought that I will, anyway, my life is going to finish, like human life is very short, and I wanted to make a movie for myself, and I took and leave for whenever I get time from my job. I took my provident fund and I made a movie. So while I make the movie, then only I realized how strongly that relationships, that politics, which I was very active in the women politics and friendship of girls at that time is because I didn't research or I didn't do for any kind of special references for my movies because even I surprised because I am first time I am making movies, but I write the script in the location. I am very proud to say that in the first day itself I corrected and the script I had the most of the scenes I write the script in the location. Whenever I see, I write the script and give the script to the actors, but while I went there, I changed the script according to the location. I think that this is not my kind of way they have to talk, and I changed the script, and I am very confident in that way. So it's like coming out of a filmmaker from a librarian, and while selecting or instance or theme of this movie, I have friends like trans women, and I know they were going to through a very tough struggle. So we are living in a in an inclusive society. In Kerala, we know that didn't recognize different kind of sexual orientation. We only 15 years. This trans identity here we recognized and they live together, and we know that still people consider them as like sluts or like criminals, because one day when I went through my friend trans who is a actor in this movie, one secretariat assist who is from home department later told me, I shocked to see you with her. Then I asked why. Because I am in the home department, I know them. They are very criminals. So I questioned her, if you people think that because they are dealing with all the crimes against this transgender, if you yourself think such, how can it? That is the situation here. So I introduced a trans woman. It's a full length and a main one of the character, and Dalit and black of people are the main characters of my movie. So I could able to say a story of them, how they live. Some of them are in the domestic violence. They were from upper caste or very kind of secured life, we believe. There are what is happening in our homes, and like that way themes I can bring back. And thank you for giving me IFFK to screen my movie. If it does not happen, I can't show anywhere. I think present situation is like that way. So that's what is my movie, Girlfriends.
The director of the film Sheepburn, Bharat Singh Parihar, is here. Also with him, Ramendra Singh, the screenplay writer. First, I would like to invite Bharat, followed by Ramendra Singh.
Namaskar, and thank you so much to everyone. International Film Festival Kerala and Kerala Chalchitra Academy. I don't know कि मैं कहाँ से start करूँ, and I'm the director of the film Bhediya Dasan in Hindi and in English Sheepburn. And my writer is also here, Ramin Singh. I'm from a small village of Uttarakhand, where no one wants to become maybe I think become a filmmaker or think about कि he wants to be a filmmaker and all. So I started from my childhood. I dreaming only this कि one day I will make a film, and this is not quite easy for me कि यहाँ तक पहुँचना और ये सारी चीज़ें करना. Then I don't know कि कैसे फिल्म बनेगी और कैसे ये सारी चीज़ें होंगी. So I decided कि मुझे I have to go to Mumbai, because Mumbai is the only place where everyone learns how to make film. So मैंने कॉलेज करने के बाद मैं मुंबई चला गया, और मुंबई जाने से पहले मुझे नहीं पता था कि वहाँ कैसे चीज़ें होंगी. सो आई डिसाइडेड कि मुझे किसी फिल्म स्कूल के लिए ट्राई करना चाहिए. सो मैंने फिल्म स्कूल के लिए ट्राई किया, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली मुझे एडमिशन नहीं मिला. देन एक कोर्स था जो अपने उत्तराखंड में ही नैनीताल में चला, और फिर मैंने 1 साल की फिल्म मेकिंग वहाँ से सीखी, बेसिक फिल्म मेकिंग. एंड देन आई वेंट टू मुंबई, और वहाँ कुछ साल मैंने सीखने के बाद ये डिसाइड किया कि आई हैव टू मेक माई ओन फिल्म. बट आई डोंट नो कि हाउ. नो वन इंटरेस्टेड इन माई आइडियाज़ एंड माई थिंग्स. और मुंबई में इट्स वेरी टफ टू मेक अ फिल्म एंड कन्विंस समवन कि प्लीज़ गिव मी फाइनेंस टू डू फिल्म एंड ऑल. सो आई थॉट कि मुझे मेरे नेटिव प्लेस जाना चाहिए, एंड ट्राई फर्स्ट फिल्म फ्रॉम देयर कि मैं वहाँ कैसे इसे बना सकता हूँ. और मैंने वही किया. last year I go back to my native place and started the journey. Uh, I think about the film Ramin will tell better कि how we started and what we think और कैसे हमने ये सारी चीज़ें की. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm the screenplay writer and he's the director. So the idea of this, like first I'll tell you how we came together. Actually, we did a course from Kumaon University in Nainital, Uttarakhand. So we were classmates there. Then from there we came to Bombay and we were like working, living together. And he was trying his hand as an AD and I was working as a writer or assistant writer. So before coming into screenplay writing completely, I had been a reporter with the Indian Express in Lucknow. At that time, I heard a news. It was not a very honest news. It was half fake news. That there was some incidents in a district near a tiger reserve. That the villagers were actually kind of throwing their elderlies or the older people of the family for the tigers to eat so that they could get compensation. Now, this was an incident that happened in 2017 and it was in the back of my head. I was thinking about how to do a story or something. And then slowly over the years, I saw that a lot of people actually caught on to that news. And there were a lot of films actually which were being made about that incident. And most of them had mostly like the kind of noble characters who are actually doing it for the good of maybe their family or maybe the village or something. But my story, the story that I had written was completely different. It was like mostly, because I have lived in a village, my parents still live there. So I know how a village functions, especially a North Indian village. He has lived in a village in Uttarakhand. His family lives there, so he knows how an Indian village, say in Himalayan foothills is. So we decided that if we want to make a movie about this story, about this situation, let's not just focus on what the main story or main incidents are. Let's focus on what is the reason behind it. So we decided to explore the socio-cultural situation, like why would anybody do something like that and what can be the motivations. And then we decided to explore this particularly the politics of a village, social situation of a village, the caste equations of a village, and what now we call is the like this concept of ancestral wealth is now discussed a lot. So I thought, why don't we explore this thing, like, this stark contrast that exists between two set of villagers, like haves and have-nots. And nobody talks about it, and this goes on for generations. And how would it feel if somebody has to stay on the same status for maybe centuries or for generations? So we decided to explore that, and we, instead of telling that particular story about like compensation or greed or something, we decided to make it a story about what it is like to be in an Indian village, how to survive an Indian village. And from there, we made a story about a migrant laborer who goes to the city. He is from Uttarakhand. He goes to Delhi, lives there for 10 years or something, and then he comes back when his mother expires. He comes back with his son, 10-year-old son. Now he wants to, now his father is alone, mother has already died. So he wants to take his father to the city. He wants to sell this village home and go to the city and live a life with dignity. And he, by going to the city, he can also educate his son. On the other hand, the father is actually strictly against doing that. He doesn't want to leave the village. He doesn't want to go to the city. And he is, in a way, the personification of what the orthodox thinking in a village is. So then it leads to a clash between the father and the son. And it's not just about, like, it's not a very civilized conflict between the father and son, because I wanted to show that there still remains a very animal aspect into what a relationship between a father and a son is. So that way we decided to explore that, and that way it's not a very emotional drama, it's some kind of a dark comedy if you look at it closely. And so that's this story, and how the father is trying to keep them in the village, and how the son is trying to take the father out of the city. At the same time, the village is already there, it's affecting the father, it's affecting the son, it's also affecting the grandson. And so this is about the story. The last show is tomorrow at 3 p.m. at Kerala Theatre. So I would request all of you to come. And how this film got made is actually all because of him. Because we were living together, I used to discuss the story with him, and he wanted to make it. But the thing is, like, if you come to Bombay, like, there are thousands of people who want to make films in Mumbai. So for a first timer, it's a pipe dream. Like, nobody is going to give you money. But luckily, like, he was exploring that, he was talking to people. And then one of our friend, he was also part of the same class actually in Nainital when we were studying filmmaking. So he decided to put some money, like he said, I will support this movie. And we decided to shoot it in Nainital district, which is the foothills of Himalayas. And this is how it started. So we started the writing and everything last year in 2023. And the shoot began in October 2023. And in a month we shot the movie, and then there was another struggle of how to get it edited, how to get it like everything from coloring to be done, VFX and everything. And somehow some other people came on board with they saw the footage and were interested, they liked it. And then finally we got it made by, like, I think in August or September we completed the movie. And now it has been selected. This is our Indian premiere here. And we are really grateful to Kerala State Chalchitra Academy, to IIFK, and to all the wonderful people of Kerala and all the people who come to attend this festival, because it's such a wonderful festival. And it's such and especially for my movie, for our movie, it was like, sometimes we used to think maybe would people understand it, because this is my first feature film that has been produced, and his first feature film, his feature debut as a director. So we were like, would people understand it? Because we did not do it in a traditional way. It's not a typical art house film. It's not a typical commercial film. So it was somewhere in the middle, something that we associate with, something that we wanted to do. So when we saw that, actually jury has liked it, selected it, and that was just wonderful. I'm really grateful to all the people, the organizers, the government of Kerala, everybody who is involved, the volunteers. And now when we come here, the experience that we have had with the volunteers, with the people, with the organizers, and the people coming to watch movies, it's been wonderful. So thank you so much. One more time I'll say, the last show is tomorrow on 19th at Kerala Theatre at 3 p.m. Please do come. Thank you.
Thank you, Bharat, and thank you, Ramendra, for explaining in detail about your film and filmmaking experience. So, I would like to call Jamila Bagda. She is the actor of the film Elbow. That is a German-Turkiya-France film in German-Turkish language. And I am also like to say that this film is also competing for Chagoram Award. She is the actor of the film. I am not addressing them as actress, because those who act is actor. Whether it is male or female, we should address them as actor, not an actress. Actress means putting them down. Equally they are important, even though whether they are actor or actress. So generally we can call them actor. And Jamila is an actor. She will explain about her film Elbow, directed by Ozar Slen. And he is, unfortunately, he has not come. On his place, she will explain about her film. Please.
Thank you. So, hello everyone. It's very nice that you're all here. So, yes, I'm from the movie Elbow. I'm from Germany. I came from Germany. And Germany is an immigration country. So in Germany there live many people that are like first, second, third, sometimes fourth generation in Germany, like myself. And I'm third generation German. And so that's like, I was born in Germany, I grew up in Germany, and still for German society, I'm foreign and I experience racism. And that is also the life experience of the people in the movie Elbow. So the movie Elbow is about a Muslim-rooted girl becoming an adult in German society. And like it shows up what she has to struggle with in the German society. It shows very realistic and authentically, like yes, normal life experiences, what happens every day. And yeah, then in the story of the movie, like she becomes 18 years old, she just wants to celebrate that she's an adult now, she's free now, but then there's like a crash and she runs away from Germany. And what is very special about the movie is that, as I told you, like in Germany there's lots of racism, especially against people from Muslim countries. Like the anti-Muslim racism is very high in Germany, and it also became worse with the genocide in Palestine. Like there's lots of like you're not there's no free speech anymore. You're not allowed to talk about it, and also like the creative work of like against anti-Muslim racism, we don't get money anymore. Also political work is not being financed anymore. So it's very, very special for me that this movie is being represented here, because it shows like this, like that we just stay visible with that movie, and that the life experience, the perspective of Muslim-rooted people in Germany like is represented, and that yeah, it's still visible. So that's very special and nice. Yes. So I don't know if I should say something about the movie in general. Like it's based on a novel. Also, like what is also very special about the movie is like that it's very authentical, because the novel is like, the author of the novel is a Muslim-rooted woman. The director is a Muslim-rooted woman. The camera woman is a Muslim-rooted woman. All of the actresses are Muslim-rooted. So that is very, very special also for Germany. Like it's very unique. And I'm very honored that I am a part of this very special project. And I, like you already mentioned it, you know, that the people who experience it themselves should do this like the movies. So it's really their voices. So yeah, this is very special, and I'm happy that I'm here. I think that's it. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Jamila, for your words. I would like to call Paulina Bernay, is the, again, actor of the film Memories of a Burning Body. her director has not come. And this is from director is also, oh, she has not come. This film from Costa Rica, Spain. And it is in Spanish language. So please. Sorry, this film is also competing for Chaguram Awards.
Thank you very much for everyone who's here today. This film was born for several conversations that the director has about for 2 years on the COVID with older women between 65 and 70 years old. Thank you. It all started when she was having a conversation with her grandmother, and she was 92 years old, and she has started with these memory issues, so she can't go deep down into the conversations, and she started to get those interviews from another older women, and they don't want to be like represented in the movie, like their faces, so she only had their voices to make this movie, and she will have to like ask for actresses to represent the stories because she wanted to the audience could feel and see these stories, because these women were raised on a very repressive era in Costa Rica when there was like between 40s and 70s, and the sexuality was a huge taboo. So the whole movie, you can listen all these real testimonies of real women who talks about how was being a woman in that era and how they didn't know anything about sexuality. They didn't have the right to raise their voices against sexual assaultment, against their husbands getting raped of them, and if they didn't want to be a mother, they couldn't like choose because they were under this whole system. And I think this movie is very special because it's truly authentic. All the voices are the director interviewed them via telephone while there was the COVID. So these older women like were very, very alone. Actually, for one of them, the director was the only person that she talked to them during the COVID. So they were really closed because they felt like this director wouldn't judge them. Difference if they were talking with their daughters, their sisters, their mothers, etc. So they open up very much and very deeply. Actually, one of them said that they will never talk about that with their daughters, about their sexuality, until then. So I think it's like a great opportunity, especially for older women, to realize that when you are old, it's not the end of your life. You can still fall in love for your first time, having your first orgasm, for example. Many of those women told that they have never experiments like pleasure in their sexual lives with their husbands. One of them was married for 30 years and had never experienced an orgasm with her husband. She was raped several times. She had cervical cancer because her husband was cheating on her with so many women. So there's like the kind of stories, the kind of testimonies that those real women tell in this story. And specific, my role in the movie, I'm very honored for being the actress who represent the life of these women. The director chooses to choose like 8 testimonies and mix them in one story. So you will see the movie, the story of one woman, and the life of her when she was a kid, when she was a teenager, and she was a young lady. I played the role when she was a teenager, and she was a young lady and had her first baby. And she experienced a lot of violence. She was raped by her husband. So I think the most challenging thing about this movie is to being faithful to those testimonies and respectful for all of those truth stories, and as an actress, it was a very pleasure for me to embody these stories, because even though I'm a young girl, I have my family, my feminine lineage that has lived these things. Like, I know my grandmother, for example, I think she used to live or experience this kind of repression. My mother, my aunt, and I think this is a film that goes through every woman and man, because it doesn't put like on conversation a gender perspective, but a human perspective, and that thing is like the most valuable thing of the movie, and gives courage to people, to women, to get empowered and take care of themselves and their life. Even though they're 80, 60, it's never too late to start your life and enjoy your life. And this sexual perspective, I think it's a really new thing to talk about on older women, you know, because in movies there's really rare to see this perspective from real women. So I want to invite you all to go to our last screening. It's tomorrow at over here at Agore at 2:15, and I hope you can enjoy it. And this movie open up a conversation. You know, the movie starts with this phrase that the director says, "This movie is the conversation I never had with my grandmothers." So I think it's a beautiful opportunity to open up in these taboo subjects and talk about them, so every woman in the world could enjoy their lives as men does. And I think that's the most beautiful thing. Like, everybody has the right to enjoy their sexual life and to have the equal rights that men does. And I think it's a really great opportunity to show this film here in India, because the audience has received it very well, even though there are some cultural things that are different. I think the subject is universal, and I've been saw it like in another Indian films like Feminine Fatima, like The Other Side. These are subjects that are very important right now, and we need to talk about them until every woman could be like as equal as men in rights and in their sexual lives, you know. So I'm very grateful for being here and for that have this opportunity to talk about the movie with all of you. And I'm very thankful for the festival also, because you're all very helpful and very kind. I'm very like shocked in a good way for the audience in here. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Paulina. Now it is the time to invite Sahar. She is again the actor of the film Wait Until Spring, and it is an Iranian film. Iranian films are very familiar to the audience of IFFK. Most of the important directors had visited this festival in the past and impressed by the audience. All of us are fans of Iranian films, but nowadays the films are not coming to India soon after the release. Maybe political reason for that. But you pass on the information to your colleagues that people in India are waiting for good Iranian films among us. As I said, Wait Until Spring. That is the film that is directed by Ashkan Ashrani. He couldn't reach here due to personal reasons, and Sahar is representing the film. It has 1 or 2 minutes duration, that usually in Persian language. Sahar, please.
Hello everyone, thanks for coming, thanks for your attendance. Firstly, I would like to thank Kerala Film Festival, such very friendly festival and welcoming, warm, with a great atmosphere. That would be very pleasure to be here. Thank you. Our movie, Wait Until Spring, actually it started during COVID, and Ashkan, the director, just saw a photo, a single photo of a man who committed a suicide because of financial problems, and he used to work in oil company, which is very important in Iran, oil company, governmental company. And yeah, he asked for a loan, very low loan. I mean, the amount of money was very small, but they didn't accept to give him a loan, and he decided to commit a suicide. And that single frame inspired him to make a movie of the family member of a person who killed himself or herself, I don't know. And this story is about 24 hours in the life of a woman who discovered her husband's suicide, and he can't. Actually, she's unable to accept this tragedy because she starts her day with the scene of her husband's. And she's incapable of accepting this scene, so she just goes out of the home and starts her day as routine. And instead of confronting this scene, she attends to her friend's problem. She spent time with her friends and talk with the friends who are living alone. Unconsciously, she wants to know how lonely people tend to live. And after 24 hours, when she come back to home, she finally encountered this real scene, and she is struggling with herself to, if I kill myself too or not, or just continue living. And what is very difficult for me as an actor in this movie was this movie took 3 years to make, so it was very challenging for me because the story is just in 24 hours, and I had to continue this facial expression for 3 years, and it was very complicated and challenging to, you have to keep your weight, you have to keep your face, maintain the same frame of the movie. And it was because financial problems, financial matters that Ashkan had to deal with it. What is interesting about the movie is Ashkan is a very professional DOP in Iran, and he's very famous as a cinematographer. But this film, it's in the opposite side in terms of cinematography, because it has the minimum camera movement. And he wanted to focus on the story, not pushing audiences to encounter very specific camera movement and like this. And I'm so happy that this movie was actually the first screening was in Tokyo Film Festival, and this is the second screening in India, and I'm very happy that people connected to this story, because I personally believe that Iranian movies has been changed during at least last decade, and most subjects are about politicals and dark side of the Iran culture or political matters in general. And this story, I think, reminds people of the old famous Iranian movies with a quiet rhythm. It's not in a rush, and it doesn't make you intention. So for myself, it's a movie that can make you think even after 2, 3, 1 week after you're watching this movie. And that's it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sahar. She explained well about her film, and now the house is open for Q&A. You can ask questions to the panel, to particular director or a particular actor, or a general question for the panel. To start with, I will ask a question to Shobhana, director of the film Girlfriends. My question is, 3 scripts were rejected. 3 scripts were rejected by KSFDC, and you have made the fourth film with your Provident Fund money. Am I right? Yes. Whether you use the same script rejected by KSFDC for the 4th film, or it is a different script?
It's different, it's new one.
Okay. Any reason they have given for rejecting your script for each film?
There is no reason.
No reason, just rejected, not included in the list.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yes.
That's it.
She is an activist also, participating in the Film Society movement. I know her for the last so many years. So, the you can ask questions. Give them a mic. Before that, another question to Sahar, whether Makbul Buff or Samira Makbul Buff or Jafar Bahat Panahi, are they not making films nowadays? You got Makbul Buff, the director, his daughter Samira, and Jafar Panahi. We have screened in earlier editions their films here. Most of the Makbul Buff's films, also Samira's film and Jafar Panahi's film.
Just to check if I got correctly, I have to talk about Makhmalbaf, Mr. Makhmalbaf and Jafar Panahi as an Iranian, filmmaker, yeah. Okay, actually, I know
both of them are masters.
Yeah.
Known to be masters.
Yeah,
Not
actually.
Samira. Samira is not a master, but those 2 people are masters of Iranian films.
Yeah, I'm very happy that I'm come from a country that is famous because of the cinema. I'm proud of it, and I know we have some masters like Mr. Kiarostami, Mr. Makhmalbaf,
Yes.
Mr. Panahi. They are really, deep filmmakers because they are focusing on subjects that it's related to humanity, and it's very important, especially I told you, because in the last decades most countries are focusing on political matters in Iran, and it really gets me down because we have other subjects that we can focus on it. So I know that most countries have political problems, so we are not the only country that we are confronting and struggling with these restrictions and limitation. I myself prefer to concentrate on other subjects regardless of what's happening in political situations. So I'm very glad that Mr. Kiarostami and Mahmal Baf also used to focus on the other perspective of Iranian culture and behave. And I myself really like the previous movies of Mr. Panahi. I think they were more genuine and more authentic. But this is completely a personal perspective. Most especially European festivals, expect political movies from Iran, and they don't accept other movies. And I'm really happy because our movie, which is not about political issues, has been accepted by Asian festivals, which is very encouraging, because we are sure now that there is no need to make movies and stories about a current situation, because I believe this situation will be changed soon. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Could I ask a question?
Kiarostami's film.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
Kiarostami's film also is accepted by our audience.
Sorry.
Kiarostami's film also. So we are fans of his films also. I asked this question particularly because Jafar Panahi showed a film while he was under house arrest. And he smuggled the print of the film to Cannes Film Festival and screened there. So also Jafar Panahi and his family, all of them visited here. They are now taking film. Once they have also exported film in their bank, in their travel bag, and attended shown in other festivals. Whether it is free to make film there and it is open to public, or it is free to export to other countries for festivals like IFFK. That is why I asked. Need not answer. I know that your difficulties and restrictions.
Yeah.
Yes, I know your restrictions, but that should be known by everybody that such a situation exists in Iran in film making. We are very fond because we conducted a seminar on Iranian young films. There is a school to train people for making films in Iran in 70s and 80s. That is called Iranian Young Cinema. That is an organization. They are spreading the message all over world. And those who studied in that movement, they have made subsequently films and sent to Cannes, Berlin, and other festivals. Also to our festival. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Sir,
So questions?
yeah. Sir, my question is to the writer from Mumbai. My question is, you were a journalist and then moved on to movie making. Just want to know the experiences and the benefits you had being a journalist, which you could use it in the filmmaking.
So being a journalist, there's I think the advantage is that you know a lot of things. Actually, as a journalist, you gather a lot of information, and that's one advantage, because you have that perspective which is more informed. But when you're telling a story, actually, I think it doesn't matter whether you are a journalist or not, because it has to work on an emotional level. So that way, I just I had that information and I had to keep it with me for a long time. And when it could become a story which is like emotionally told, not just the information, I'm not feeding my characters to say something or like that, then it became like that. But yes, it helps a lot because you can connect things actually. If I go to a new place, I can always connect, like, this is the situation in this place, this is the situation in this place. And being a journalist, because I was based in Lucknow, so and the Indian Express has only one bureau in Lucknow, and we have to cover all 75 districts from there. So I used to visit a lot of villages, so different kind of villages, different kind of situation. And at the same time, the politics of a village, of a typical North Indian village, the social situation of a North Indian village, that all kind of helped me, I did not put it deliberately, but it was in the back of my mind when I was writing the story. And it also helped in making the film, how we should present it. And one more thing I would like to say, as a journalist, not just as a journalist, but as an aware person, once a filmmaker should be aware of the socio-political situation. So, because the film we were making, the lead characters are from marginalized communities, they are Dalits. So, we had that kind of sensibility that we'll not be showing them in a way which is like a typical way of showing Dalits, like they should be dressed in a different way, or they should be speaking in a different way, or they should be doing things in a different way. So that way, because I had been to those houses, I had been part of those cultures, and that's why it helped me to present it in a more realistic way. And that's I think that helps a lot. So I hope it answered your question. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I ask one question?
Thank you.
Is film say mere restricted to entertainment alone?
Your question is to me? Yes,
Yeah.
yes, please.
Is film say mere restricted to entertainment alone, or providing a message?
I didn't get it, so skill.
Is film same only mere entertainment, or providing a message?
Oh, okay. Now, so obviously it's not for the entertainment actually. We are always trying to say something which is meaningful. Like for entertainment, there's already so many things actually, and we are not trying to give a message which is very deliberate, like, okay, this is how it should be, this is what you should do. So by the end of the movie, actually, I don't give you a clear message, or we as filmmakers don't give you any clear message. The message is up to you, whether you think this was the right thing to do, or this was wrong to do, or this should have been done, or the other thing should have been done. It's up to the viewer. But we try to show some reality. We try to give a perspective to it, something that is not shown. And the rest is up to the audience, like how they take it, whether they want to take it as a critique of the existing situations, or they want to see some sort of remedy of what is happening in today's times. So that's up to the audience. But for us, telling the story is not just about entertainment. If it comes in an entertaining way, that's a good thing, and we tried that actually. But we did not do entertainment was not the primary focus. We wanted to tell a story honestly, justifying those characters that we were showing. Yeah.
Shibban.
Yeah, thank you.
It is a hypothetical question. Had it not been you being in Bombay, the film and finance capital of India, what would have been your fate? Whether you come to Bollywood to make a film, or whether you will make a film at Lucknow? It is just a hypothetical, because Bombay being the film and the finance capital of India, how it influenced the ambience in Bombay, to what extent it influenced your creativity, your filmic scripts? You could answer it
Okay.
as a journalist.
Okay. So I get the question. I hope I got it. So you're saying like when you go to Bombay, work for Bollywood, how it affects your storytelling?
Not that. If you had not been in Bombay, what would have been you in Lucknow?
Okay, it would have been a different movie, obviously, what you were saying, because we made it as an independent film. And with an independent film, there are a lot of constraints actually. Like the budget is not there, and like this film that we made is actually made by all the friends. Like I am the writer, he's the director, we were classmates. The producer is also one of our classmates from college. The director of photography, he is also a friend actually. And most of the cast and crew actually came because of just some references, or like we reached out to them. They were all friends. But one good thing about making an independent film is that you are not, you are free. Like you are independent to some level. Like you don't have to do the cliched things. You don't have to like put songs, or you don't have to do some sort of dialogue rewrites to make it more clap worthy. So those things, like if we would have gone to some Bollywood producer, and we did go to them and they didn't like it, which is good for us actually. And if we had gone to them, they would definitely ask us to, like, maybe the first thing that will happen will be, I think the Bollywood has a strong problem with showing caste situation, especially the caste divide. So they would obviously object to that. But the good thing was, like, because we were making it on our own, and we were like independent of all that studio pressure and everything, so we could do everything. Like we were not hiding away from politics. Like we wanted to show the reality, and if reality is bad, it's like, it's not our fault actually. We are just showing.
To Jamila. You mentioned that in post-Palestinian genocide, there's a drastic change in Germany regarding the diaspora there, the ethnic communities there. What is your take on the post-Palestinian genocide filmmaking in Germany? You said that Germany is a land of immigrants, a lot of diaspora.
You're asking, sorry, you're asking if there are a lot of Palestinians in Germany?
Not after the Palestinian genocide. Okay. So after the Palestinian genocide,
Yes.
what is the condition of German cinema, especially budding filmmakers?
Okay. So I don't know the exact change in cinema, but I know the change in society, and this is also like in terms of cinema. So the change in society was that like there's like as I mentioned, there's no free speech about the genocide. Like we're not allowed to talk freely about it. And what I know, like I am a social worker. I work with Muslim-rooted women, and the government pays my work, and now it's not anymore. They won't give money. Like, and I'm my work. Like we are in contact with all of the other projects that's also making work for like against anti-Muslim racism, and none of them get money anymore. None of them. Like they don't, like the government doesn't want us to talk about anti-Muslim racism. They don't want us to talk about genocide. It's forbidden to say out loud it's a genocide. In Germany, I would never be allowed to say it on a stage, never. They would throw me out. And in general, in German cinemas, there are no movies like ours. Like the perspective of Muslim-rooted women is not authentically shown in German cinema, not at all. So that's why this movie is so special. Yes.
Thank you. So I have to introduce an important person. He's an actor, Manoj Vorkudi. He's the actor in his film Bogdan, please. Please, you can make anything to say.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm the actor of the film Bagjan, directed by Jaisang Dehotia. Our film is at today 3 p.m. Right? So I hope to see you guys. I just came yesterday, so I'm really sorry I couldn't see your films. But I have to catch the rest of the festival and the films. I hope you guys watched our film on 15th. If you have any question, if you watched Bagjan, then I would like to, take it. If you watch Bagjan or else if you have any questions, I can answer. But it's great to be here. I have come for the first time to Kerala Film Festival, so I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manoj. Any particular question to Manoj? Any particular, Manoj?
My
Yes,
question
yes.
is to you, sir. You spoke something about corona, but no country in the world could correctly record the number of deaths. The UN numbers, the WHO numbers, and each country's number didn't vary. Do you feel there's any other better way of finding out a famine like that or a death? How do we find out the right numbers? No country was able to rightly record the number of deaths in the corona time. When you spoke something about corona.
Yeah.
So
right.
I'm just checking, is there a better way of statistically finding the right numbers?
Yeah. See, it's very hard because I think no country will disclose their actual number, and we know the China, the major, but the corona, it is like my film Bagjan, it's because till now it is almost proof that corona is a man-made disaster also. So this disaster is basically threaten human lives. We human in this globe or in this world, so to find or for because we know that the advanced technology or science all are working for the advancement of our humanity or human lives. But during this process, what we, the normal people suffer, that can't be acceptable. We can't never treat our own lives to develop our future, because we don't know what the future is, but we only know what is the now, the present moment. So I always prefer that, yeah, we need the future to save our human being, but the main thing is how should we focus our own lives, means the happiness or the prosperity of life. So for me, if we try to live in a natural life, to close with the nature, that will be better for the humanity. Not all the this means comfort or comfort zone or some fantasy which we don't know. So that is not it means important for human. Otherwise, the human will lose their own human ethos. So that is the main danger. Yeah, we need development. We need our children's future to be bright. But the main thing is we should focus our happiness, how their life will be happy. Otherwise, like the corona, the disaster will one day destroy our whole civilization with a dream for a fantasy world. Shoot in during the corona time, and you will be surprised to see that